Good morning, kids. Welcome to my 5-minute devotional. Hopefully, you are doing well. Help! Help! My sons usually are now calling me for help. And most of the time, I have to be the referee of these help. Well, who do you go to for help? And how do you go for help? Today, God is reminding me, actually in the story of Nehemiah, you guys know this story really well because we talk about rebuilding the wall. And in actuality, God did some amazing things in this story. And actually, this story is a really nice story. If you have a time to read it, I would suggest you read the entire story of Nehemiah. It's actually like a journal. Nehemiah talks about so many things and actually a lot of great step-by-step things that you can do as a child of God, because he never relied upon himself. And actually he was a bivocational person too. He was actually a cupbearer, but later on God gave him the impression to rebuild the wall. Now, we don't know whether or not he had the expertise of building the wall, but imagine what people couldn't do in 100 years. Nehemiah and the group of people that went with him did it in 52 days. That's what I want to share with you today. Imagine if God wants to do something, he can do it in record times. In record times. Some things that you think is really utterly impossible, God said, I can do it beyond a human comprehension. And this last part I really love. After Nehemiah have built up all the things, and in Nehemiah 6, chapter 6, verse 16, I love this verse. It's actually really comforting for me, and I hope that you know that sometimes all these oppositions that you have, it could summarize in this. When God is your help, this will happen. In Nehemiah 6:16, it says this: when all our enemy heard about this, all the surrounding nation were afraid, and they lost their confidence because they realized that this work had been done with the help of our God. When people around you know that you have the help of the Lord, what happens? Your enemies start to be afraid. Your enemies start to lose confidence. Sometimes we don't get to that point because we lose confidence ourselves because we start doubting what God can do. Imagine if Nehemiah start to doubt what this gigantic task he has, what would happen? You know, if you know that Pastor Frank is baking 1,000 bread, right? That number seems so large. But without the help of the Lord, I know I couldn't accomplish it. And so as I am passing halfway mark, I start to taste, wow, God, with you, it's possible. Now, I didn't know how long I was going to take because there's no time frame. But if you don't try, how would you know that God can lead you through? So today I want to bless you to know that God can do things in record times. Record times. Allow him to be the person to be your help. God bless you, and I will see you next week.